So I'm just keeping an eye on the edge out here. Okay, so kind of walked through because I wanted to see if I could find scat, and found like 9 piles, but they're probably about a week old. So I mean, that's kind of the same projection as last year when we came in here. They're a little bit newer than the one that was in here last year on this weekend. So what I'm thinking is that we're in like the perfect time frame for the openings that are just a little bit higher than us. That's my take on it. I decided to hike up the steepest part, obviously. So I've been sitting here for a couple hours now, and one thing that I noticed is that it's probably, like, compared to last year, warmer faster, which is crazy because it's like every year it just feels like that. There's growth up high, and there's next to no snow up high. Usually there's a little bit of patches here and there up high, but there's not. I think that the majority of the feed is down here where I'm glassing towards, but I also feel like the bears could be a lot more spread out. That was the idea last year when we came in. We had that idea. This year, though, I feel like even more so. So we'll see what happens. Right as soon as I thought that, I was thinking that these bears would be a lot higher. Well, the first one just popped out, and it's about 500 yards from me. I don't think it's that big. It didn't scream at me. Decided I'm just gonna go for a little jaunt into another little grass opening. So we're just sitting here glassing, and we picked up a sow with 3 little cubs, like tiny. Look at, they stay in the shade.
Yep.
So cool. So we just spotted a bear, and we're heading down right now, trying to get it in tighter to take a closer look. It kind of looks like a pretty good bear, so crossing our fingers that it's a shooter. second, maybe.
Nice work.
Holy smokes, man.
He can't have been more than 40 yards, if that.
I would say probably about 60, 70.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got in on him nicely. That's good. Played the wind. That's where we hoped you would be. Nice bear.
He's not bad, eh?
He's not bad.
When we came over, I was like, oh yeah, he's got a good like frame to him. He's like not bad.
A lot better than that couple-year-old one we've been watching.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Wild. He's good. He's stocky.
Very stocky.
Worn down in the front.
Oh yeah.
Well, we were moving over to a different glassing knob from the old one, and kind of peeked out off of this ridge to this grass opening and saw this guy standing there in the middle, and it was crazy. I was like, oh, there's a bear. So spotted him, decided, okay, let's get close. We dropped down and the wind was kind of all over the place, so it's kind of a nightmare. But we kind of played it and we kept it true, and kept going and kept moving towards them. It was kind of wishy-washy, so it was tough, but kept moving towards them. And as we're peeking over, buddy Jared there, he spotted it. Like, I'm in front of him and he spotted it. We're probably about 120 from it, and it's kind of moving down this grass face, and so I snuck in, and wind stayed good, and I got within maybe 70 yards and made a good shot with the old Bruno iron sights. So I'm happy. It's a pretty decent boar, actually. When I came over and I saw his build and everything, I was like, yeah, that's a pretty good boar. So I'm happy with this bear. Yeah. Just in case, but just a little bit, just so it doesn't completely. Go back there. There you go. Good. Yeah, it's in there.
Thank you.
You pull.
Like it.
Beauty.
I think.
It's kind of nice.
Huh? Those backpacks don't look very heavy.
They don't?
Yeah.
They're real heavy.
They're real heavy.
You guys kill it? Dude, sick. Oh.
Big one?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's pretty chunky.
yeah, I mean, not the bullets, just the actual casing.
Okay, so I hung the meat for the night. We didn't debone it. We packed it out bone in. And now I've got it. It's really cool. It was perfect. I kind of hung it over by the creek, and there was a cold draft like all night, and it cooled down substantially overnight, which is perfect. And now I've got it in my cooler for the day. I'm gonna hang it again tonight when it cools down again, but I got it in the cooler for today. And so if you can see, I got these grates, and then I got ice underneath the grates to keep the meat off the water because the ice melts, right? So got the grates, kind of allows for airflow throughout the whole like around the meat still. Yeah, and it's a nice little system. So what I'm gonna do is I'll leave that in for today while it gets warmer, because it's gonna hit 20 degrees probably again. There's a bit of overcast, so not really sure, but probably hit 20 degrees. And then I'm gonna hang it tonight, get that cold draft again, and then transport it the next day in the cooler. And it should stay cold all the way home. Okay, so I'm hiking up to find these guys, leaving camp now, and gonna go find them. Got another tag, and there is a monster in the area, so might as well get back out there.
I guess if we're gonna carry a bear, we can make Spinny carry some extra shit.
Is that a bear?
I know, I said the same thing, but it was...
Like, are you thinking it's an inanimate object?
No, I don't want to point out a stump.
Okay, I believe you. That'd be hilarious, though. It's not a bear.
Yeah, because I can get a range over here to 1,000, no problem. What's the top of this hill? 1,000. So like the tree line?
Oh,
Very
over
top?
there? I don't
No,
know.
no. Like the...
Yeah, not a bad bear. Okay, so the boys just took off. There's a bear way in the back of this big grassy patch. Cross our fingers that they can make it happen. Oh man, it's so intense just sitting here watching that. So the bear decided to come down towards them, and he kind of went in behind some brush, and they're hiking up. I was trying to figure out where the bear was because I couldn't see it. It went behind some brush, but I could see Trevor kind of like pop out into this little opening. And then as soon as he kind of got within probably 60 yards. Just didn't notice the bear. Yeah, unfortunately they're going in there still. They're about to find out the hard way that there's no bear there anymore. But yeah, the bear took off when Trevor was at like 60 yards from him. I looked over, I was like, oh, there's Trevor. I was like, the bear's just behind this brush. Yeah, it's kind of exciting. It's like watching a movie, like a really intense, real situation movie. Hopefully they saw that. The bull.